I've got a plan. But will it work? I wish for another try. That's my wish. Hi everybody, Skylar Stardrift here, and welcome to the stream. And welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Last time, we tried to tackle Wish Cave, and it did not go very well at all. I think we actually tried it twice because we abandoned our first attempt, and it went very badly. Tonight, after evolving a Misdreavus into a Mismagius, and giving it small stomach, we have an ability to try it again. However, there's also another strategy that I came across today, and I kind of want to give it a go and see how it works. This means we've got to change up our team a little bit. Actually, quite a bit. So, why don't we go ahead and get started then? So, let's talk Pokemon. Right away, we need to talk about our main party members. Skylar! Skylar still gets Heat Wave when he enters the dungeon. That, plus he's been with us for a long time, but that doesn't mean anything. What does mean something, however, is two things. First, he's a flying type. That's going to be extremely useful for avoiding things like Earthquake and Magnitude. As Charizard is flying, it doesn't get hit by these moves. And as we saw in our previous attempts, oh boy, these dungeons are full of Earthquake. They are full of Magnitude. That's useful. What's also useful is Skylar's ability of Steamroll. With Steamroll, even moves that have no effect or are not very effective due to abilities or bad type matchups will be able to steamroll opponents and deal damage. They'll still deal regular damage. They won't even get reduced. This means Heat Wave gets a buff even if it's ineffective against the opponent, thanks to Charizard's fire typing. I'm quite happy with Skylar, and I'm not going to try and roll for another ability. Also, hi Doctor, hi Anubisu, hi Delimited, welcome on in. I'm here for another installment of Waking Up with Skylar. And Earthbow, yeah, and Earthbow too. I'm quite happy with Skylar. Skylar is coming with us. However, apart from the Near Queens and the, I think it was called Spatial Abyss and Explorers of Sky. This brings us to our other team members. Scruffy. Scruffy has two good things going for him. For a start, he has the ability of Pickup, allowing him to find items between floors. Additionally, Scruffy has the rare quality Small Stomach. Whenever you eat something, it will fill your belly completely. However, Scruffy also has probably the lowest HP out of everyone because he's not evolved, and arguably some low stats that need to be raised with, other items. These items are not very effective when you move into a dungeon that resets you to level 5, as we quickly discovered. As a result of this one, I'm sorry Scruffy, but you're actually going to sit this one out. that brings us to our next big power players. Let's start off with Yoshi. Yoshi has good moves overall, but remember, it's getting reset to level 1. Notorious Healing is a fantastic rare quality, and it's a flying type, so it won't get hit by those by the rock type moves. Is it rock type? Yeah, it would be rock type. Ground type, there we go, that's what I'm thinking of. So it won't get hit by those ground type moves. It's also quite tanky being a Dragonite. However, I think we're going to leave it behind this time. It served us really well, but I think you're going to have to sit this one out, Yoshi. Okay. So what about Darkblade then? The trouble is, Darkblade's moves, such as Brutal Swing and Swords Dance and False Swipe, they're typically learned through TMs. That is important to note, for another reason. However, aside from this, Darkblade is kind of not so great. It does have PP Pouch, which restores PP a little bit, but that's really all it's got going for it. Aside from dealing massive amounts of damage with Brutal Swing, and it's not going to be doing quite so much if it's reset to level 5. I think we might be able to do a little bit better than Darkblade in this instance. You're going to sit this one out too. Performance enhancing drugs. Do we need to have all of Skylar's team tested for PEDs? So then who are we bringing? Well, I think it's about time we started using some of those legendary Pokemon that we got quite some time ago. And by quite some time ago, I mean not very long ago at all. Let's start with the first Pokemon, Mew. Mew is a special case, and a very interesting one. Being a mythic legendary, it probably has, I'm not sure exactly, higher base stat totals than its counterpart, Ditto. And why is Mew's counterpart Ditto? Because both of them learn Transform at a very early level. This means that Mew will have the ability to transform. Ditto could do this too, but the problem with Ditto is, that's the only move Ditto can learn. Mew has a special trait. Being the ancestor of every single Pokemon in existence, comes with a very special ability. Mew can learn every single TM in the game. And remember what I said before about TMs being kind of useful? Well, we can take TMs into the dungeon because we are allowed to take items. This means we can take TMs and teach them to our Pokemon. Suddenly Mew becomes a lot more viable. We can teach it amazing moves, whilst we can also use the transform ability. It also has experience points boost, which is useful, however I kind of want to re-roll it for another ability and see what we get. However, there is a Pokemon that I want to try and get Small Stomach on, and it's not Mew, believe it or not. So if Mew's coming with us, we need to decide on moves. And that leads me to my second Pokemon. Groudon. Learning fairly decent moves when it's a low level, and it will probably have Earthquake, but that's not what I'm getting it for, especially because Earthquake will hit us. Groudon is a beefy level 5 tank. It also has a cool ability. Drought causes the weather on the floor to be sunny. It does also have Notorious Restoration. That's kind of useful, but this is the Pokemon that I want to reroll my gummies on. This is the Pokemon I want to give Small Stomach to. This is also the Pokemon that I want Mew to transform into, giving me 2 ridiculous powerhouses. Now, I'm probably going to, well, no, not probably. I am going to do what I did before. We need to back out of here. And we need to close the game. And then we need to turn off autosave. Wherever it went. There it is. We need to roll for Small Stomach on Groudon. So, here we go again. I like the basic attack sprite for Groudon in the auto games. It headbutts with its arms spread out. I remember that. This could take a while. It took us a while to get the Small Stomach ability on that Miss Magius last time. Despite it being a massive continent-moving creature. Alright. Where are you? Volcanic Island or something? Yeah, Volcanic Pit, there you are. There you are. Alright. Let's see. I like how it doesn't change its grin. Its profile does not change. Blast control. Leap ahead. That's not bad, but not great either. Alright. Try the DX gummies. Friendly isn't bad, but remember, we're rolling for Small Stomach. We won't have Small Stomach because we won't have Scruffy with us, so I'm looking for Small Stomach. Type formation. Lonely Courage. Again, not bad, don't underestimate it. Shared Happiness. Nope. And Strike Back. Nope. Download save data. I know I shouldn't do this, but I have already been doing this in the game, so I'm going to just keep doing it, if that's the case. Especially because gummies are so hard to find now. Speaking of cute. What do you mean, speaking of cute? How's your week been so far? It's been alright. Nothing to complain about, really, which is saying something. Though I am disappointed in the weather. I was promised a storm. The fuck is it? Majorly disappointed. Where are you? Is storm enjoy it? As long as I'm inside, I like storms. Not vicious storms, just, like, enough. We don't get storms where we are, Mr. Nub. You should know that by now. Friendly. Some of the wild heat thunderstorms we get in Texas in the summer. Shared happiness. Maybe I should put that image back on the screen. Friendly again. Shared happiness again. Wow. When you look at the storm fronts on the satellite view, they always part and go around the metropolitan coastal plain. Steamroll, that's what Skylar's already got. So new. Mind over matter. It's probably an alright one. I didn't really check. Leave half isn't bad, but it's not really what we're after. It's like rain and storms, which is why I am cynical about it. I like rain too, as long as I'm inside. Because that way I'm not getting wet. I love a good thunderstorm. Do not like the hail here. Again, hail is fine for me as long as I'm inside and it's not nasty hail, you know. Not big golf ball sized hail. It's just regular hail. Doesn't last for very long here. I'm sure you remember March 2010, Mr. Nub. Oh, that's when it was. I know it was 2010, because I remember some lawn company advertising about the great hailstorm of 2010. He was a wee lad back then. No, I was finishing high school. Believe it or not. That was actually my last year of high school. I was 17. It was all over the news, that hailstorm too. I remember seeing an image of a motorcycle rider being absolutely battered by the storm. Like, he turned his... Like, he was in full motorcycle gear, so good on him for that, because half of them don't do that these days. And he was, like, turning his head away from the hailstorm. You can break walls as you walk, but your belly gets significantly emptier if you break walls, and you can't break any more walls if your belly reaches 0. No. Oof, riding motors. Well, to be fair, he didn't know it was coming. I don't think anyone did, and if we did, we didn't think it was going to be that bad. Steamroll. It's gonna hurt though. Yeah, it would have. Recoil boost. And bargain. Nope. What did Mew have as an ability again? Maybe someone will remember that. I don't remember it, and I'm not going to check until I roll for thingy. I could go for another ability on Mew, but I think I'll just sort of, like, half take what I can get. I'm trying to remember. It might have had something okay. I am kind of hoping this isn't going to be the whole stream, but... Oh, right. You gotta download your save data first, you doofus. Whee! I wouldn't be able to get away with this in the original game, but then again, rare qualities were not a thing in the original game anyway. So it's not like I could roll for them. I was at a hospital on the riverfront that day. The car was in the undercover parking. Hale missed that area for some reason, but then when I got home, I saw everything else got trashed and was glad I was where I was at the time. Yeah, not wrong. I am trying to remember if I was at school or not that day. I don't remember exactly what day it was. Being a March day, I probably would have been at school. Lonely Courage. I was at school, but I was out early for the appointment. It was like 2016, 2017 here, and we had so much hail, it piled up on the streets and yards like 2 to 3 inches thick. Oh, wow. That's an impressive amount of hail. Shared happiness. Come on, Groudon. You can do it. Give me what I need. Shared happiness again. Considering how many rare qualities in the game there are, I sure am rolling a lot of the same ones. Notorious Healing is better than Notorious Restoration, if you ask me. That is kind of what I want to go for Mew. PP Pouch is pretty decent. At least now we're getting some stuff that's new. Double PP Pouch. It's all about the PP. Skylar's streams of mentioning PP counter goes back down to 0. It's all about the PP. Speaking of PP, I'm gonna take a drink. I think he has a tattoo that says that. No. I won't say where it is though. I don't have a tattoo. Actually, I don't have a tattoo at all. Does anyone remember? Well, I suppose maybe Delimited will remember because they lived here, but... Well, lived here. They live here, but... Does anyone remember when Smith's Chips had... I think it was Smith's Chips. Had, like, these temporary Pokemon tattoos? It's topical because we're playing a Pokemon game. In their bags for a little while. I can't remember how long it was for, but I know we had a couple of them. My sister especially got quite a few of them. No, she had a Lugia tattoo, and I think there was a Marill tattoo as well. They were all temporary tattoos, and they were gone by the end of the day. Like, they didn't last very long at all. No tats, so just the 7 piercings. Surprisingly, I don't have any piercings either. Food Finder, no thanks. Bargain, nope. Type Formation. And Mind Over Matter. Nope. Like I said, we could be here a little while, and that's okay. Even if we're here all stream, and that's all we do for the whole stream, but, you know. I really ate those packaged chips. I never liked the flavor and the texture. Ah, fair enough. Oh, I can back out of this menu whilst it's downloading. That's cool. I didn't know that. I'm a big fan of flavored chips myself. They are my go-to snack. I mean, aside from cookies. But cookies are more like a treat. Hi, Papa Links. Welcome on in. Cookies are not really standard. My sister brought me some gingerbread cookies when she did the grocery shopping today. I wait all year for those cookies. Treat, treat. Treat. Let's go to flavor. Do yours? He says some wild flavors. We definitely do. I don't think I really have a go-to flavor per se. I just tend to get what looks good to me, and usually what looks good is one of their weird, wacky, wild new flavors that they've got out for a strictly limited time, and they're going to take away after 6 months or so. Trouble is, I don't remember which one I had last of one of those. Because, as I said, it's gone very quickly. I got 1 rare quality from that roll. Wow. Link boost. Power of link moves is boosted. Oh, okay. Well, that's completely useless to us then, unless we use a link box. Brawl. No thanks. I don't want to play Super Smash Brothers right now. That was terrible. That's not funny. Sorry, Thomas reference. I was watching a video the other day and an audio clip from the Thomas and Friends show came up, and it was just Percy saying, "That's not funny." And now it's all I can think about. More importantly, do you like chocolate? And if so, white milk or dark? Yeah, I like chocolate. I'd probably just go milk chocolate is my favorite. And I will eat white and dark chocolate. Like, it doesn't... It's weird, but it doesn't make that much difference to me, but I kind of prefer regular chocolate over them. But I will not say no to white or dark chocolate. But I feel as though white chocolate is more like... It's not necessarily I've got to be in the mood, it's more the fact that I don't want a lot of it. If that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't want all of it all in one sitting. Give me a good 80% dark chocolate. White chocolate is too sweet. I only like small bits and cookies or something. Yeah, like, a single, like, 1 or 2 squares of it, that's fine for me. But, like, 4 squares or more, that's way too much. I couldn't eat an entire Milky Bar as a kid. I had to put it back in the fridge. Throw an item boost. That's kind of useless. Brawl! Recoil boost. Squeeze out. Squeeze out again. Friendly. Notorious healing. Again, that's the rare quality that I would like to try to get on Mew, actually. That would be ideal. That would be our best situation, is if we can get Small Stomach on Groudon, and then Notorious Healing on Mew. That would be extensively good. And then Steamroll on Skylar, which is brutal. So... But yes, as I was saying, Woolworths does some amazing gingerbread around this time of the year. But they only do it for Christmas, and then they take it away again. There is a lot of ginger in that gingerbread. Like, you can really taste it. It's so good. None of this nonsense package stuff where the ginger is kind of weak. It's actually really, really good. Narb. Narb! Okay, so welcome on in. Yeah, I like the holiday Ghirardelli squares, but it's like 2 months and then they're gone. Though I don't know what Ghirardelli squares are, but yeah, it sucks when things are limited like that and then they're gone. There was a time when Woolworths actually, I think like for like 1, maybe 2 years, Woolworths didn't have these gingerbread cookies. And I was so disappointed. But a couple of years ago, they brought them back. So I'm like, cool. But there's definitely less in the boxes now. Or in the little containers that they come in. There's definitely less. And they're probably charging the same amount. And I'm pretty sure the gingerbread men are smaller than the gingerbread trees that they used to have. They still have the tree cookie cutters. I know they do, because they use them on a different fucking cookie. I think they put them on the shortbread now. Fancy chocolate, they do like a Christmas cookie one. Ooh, nice. Mr. Wolfnarb. We petting the Narb? All the pets. I will take all of them. No such luck. Like I said, we could be here for a while, probably the rest of the stream, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, I suppose. I suppose I was thinking about this, like I could do this off screen, and, you know, maybe I will if it gets to the point where I'm still going at like 10 o'clock and we're still struggling to get this stupid ability. At which point I will just call the stream there, and then I'll do it on my own time, I suppose, when I have some spare time. Just to be like, hey, I got it. I'm talking about random things while you do your thing. Yeah, there we go. That works. Congratulations, this is a just chatting stream now. Should I make myself bigger in the process? Push the game screen down to the tiny, teeny tiny little window. Go full just chatting streamer. Not gonna lie, that would be kind of fun to do at some stage. Lonely Courage. Food Finder. I do kind of wish there was another way to get rare qualities. The beginning. Hi, Aaron Akaria, welcome on in. Moves used in corridors will never miss. That's not small stomach. Morning, morning. How is your morning going? My evening is going well. XP boost. That is also something... Oh no, Mew's already got that. That's what Mew has. Mew has XP boost, which isn't terrible, considering we'll be reset to level 5, so... Sure is the only continent without an active volcano, but there's more venomous snakes than any other country. All of our things want to kill you. See, every continent needs to have molting juices somehow. Oh, melting. That still works. I knew what you were talking about. Also, molten lava. This still works. I'm just pulling up random facts to entertain and educate. And molting is what burbs do. So hundreds of millions live there and don't die. That's because we know not to piss things off. Man, not a single rare quality on this one. Jeez, what a bad roll. Yeah, the Western Australians are really weird though. Oh no! How could you dare piss off those cute wall puppies? Exactly. I respect spiders. As long as they don't get in my space, I don't care what they do. But if they get in my space, they may go squish. I think spiders are cool. Just not around me. Sucked in, we rode out the entire pandemic and our economy improved since we actually shut our borders. But really, animals / insects don't just see you and think, yeah, I can definitely kill that and be fed for months. I leave most of them alone in my basement or garage except for black widows and brown recluses. Spooters outside are fine. Spooters inside, well, they don't belong inside. I don't care what anyone says. They do not belong inside. However, I will say that daddy longlegs, they're quite welcome because they catch all the midgies and the mozzies and the nasty flies and flying bugs that sometimes get in the door. And during summer, they get quite bad. So if I happen to see a daddy longlegs, like, he's chill. He can stay up there. He's fine. He's not gonna harm me, and I'm not gonna harm him. Indoor spiders are meant to be indoors. I know. It's really cool when I get to see like a daddy longlegs weave a web like near one of the lights outside, because all of the midgies hang around outside. Midgies are like really tiny and small bugs, kind of like mosquitoes, but even smaller, and they can give you a bite. So it's really cool to see a daddy longlegs set up a web right on top of the light, and then all of the midgies get stuck. That daddy longlegs, he's eaten. He's set for life, man. He will never run out of food. If you often see a specific species in your house, it is likely is adapted for indoor survival and not outdoor. They prosecute with maximum prejudice. They don't have authority to be here, and they are armed. But if you see them, just kill them. They need to learn to adapt and live where we don't see them. Yeah, like I said, daddy longlegs, quite a welcome addition. He can stay where he is. Rapid bullseyes. That's useful on the Scruffy, but not on you. Try again. Strike back. You do not want to give me small stomach, do you? Friendly. Am I gonna have to pull up that frickin' image again? Because I'm not afraid to, game, I will. But what if you find a Skylar longlegs in your basement? Can he stay? What is a Skylar longlegs? On second thought, don't answer that. And treat you with the help of blender. No, thank you. No, thank you. It's touching something there. Come on. There we go. There we go. Hi, Darko Patrol. Welcome on in. I am going to flip my shit if I get it on this roll. On any of these gummies, I am going to fucking crack myself laughing. Okay, it wasn't the first roll. We might be safe. Wow, okay. Image not so lucky this time. Wow. Jeez, not a single good roll. Wow. Nope. Notorious fasting. Moving up. Tie formation. Hi Spyro, welcome on in. And blast control. Nope. Have the new plan for Wish Cave? It is currently in development. I'm trying to roll for small stomach again on another Pokemon. We haven't got it yet. And I just put the image back up. Fun, fun. Good lord, Spyro. 20 watch streak. Ryusho, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. World of Goo. I'm assuming that means you played World of Goo. Yes. Let me give you a shout out. There you are. There we go. That was playing through it for the first time in a while, Nods. Nice! I remember that when they first made it on the Wii, and I thought it was kind of interesting, so I gave it a try. Wasn't my cup of tea, unfortunately. I ended up deleting it, but I can see why people liked it. Guess I'm just not a physics puzzler. Excuse to help get ready to play through the second. That's right, there is a second one, isn't there? So how did that go? How was your stream? Also, welcome on in, folks. My name is Skylar Stardrift. I'm a variety streamer. Tonight we are playing some Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, or well, we would play it if I could get the roll that I want on these fucking rare qualities, considering we got it last week. But I got it on a different Pokemon last week. I want it on this Pokemon now. Specifically, I'm searching for Small Stomach, and I'm trying to put it on Groudon. That's Food Finder. You were close. But it would have been better if the Pokemon was in the middle of the frame. I should play Pokemon Snap on stream at one time. Pokemon Snap is fun. I should also probably play the sequel, New Pokemon Snap. I should probably play that and finish that too at some point, because I never really did play it that much. I don't know, I kind of preferred the original Pokemon Snap for some reason. I played a bit of the new Pokemon Snap game, but I didn't play a lot of it. And then I just sort of, you know, oh, that's enough. And put it down and didn't bother with it. I should pick it back up again. But I definitely preferred the original. I think there was just something so simplistic about the original. Perhaps. You actually keep playing Rescue Team DX and play the new Pokemon Snap properly through too. I need to finish DX. I'm currently at a bit of one of the difficulty curve walls around the level 30-esque region, I believe. I see. Have you... Quick question, have you finished the story? The main story, I mean? Because I think we were around level 30, level 35. No, it's right near the end, I believe, though. Not sure, need to double check. Okay. Because I think we were around level 30 to 35 or so when we finished the story mode. Though I did abuse Darkblade a lot. Darkblade is the name of my Absol. Brutal swing, that's pretty brutal. And I got no rolls on rare qualities. Started as a Charmander with Totodile partner. I started as a Charmander, but I picked Meowth. Narrow focus. The less said about that previous one, the better. Link boost. And throw an item boost. Close. Give me my data back. We've been live for almost an hour and this is all we've done. Just playing the Pokemon slot machine. Mm-hmm. We've talked about the weather, with snack foods and such. Did not know that World of Goo could take 4.5 hours to beat. Oh, wow. So wait, did you finish it in one stream today then? Or are you still going? That's a lot of goo. Did it from start to stream to finish in one stream. Oh, nice. Very well done. Been in the past, but yeah, I went all the way through. So you sped up a little bit by the sounds of it. It helps once you played through a game, you can very quickly go through it again. Not a single roll. Maybe next time Skylar can tell us about that time he was in a band for 3 months. I've never been in a band. What are you talking about? Stop making up weird false information about me that I've not done. I don't live a very interesting life. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I stream, I go to bed. I don't even stream all the time. Well, you make it sound like that happens all the time. You're right, it doesn't. I only stream 3 times a week. feel like I should move that image down just like a smidgen so it comes up the Nintendo Switch logo, because it's weird and it's bothering me that the text is peeking out like that. There. There's no Friday nights. You're bowling with your league, right? No. Thursday and Friday nights I'm sitting at home in front of my monitor watching crap on YouTube. And I do mean literal crap. Okay, maybe not literal crap, but not exciting or entertaining stuff. Although, fun fact that you mention it, Doctor, I actually did used to bowl in a league. A 10-pin bowling league when I was younger. Not anymore, no. I haven't done it. I go 10-pin bowling maybe once every year or 2 years with friends, but that's about it. What's your highest ever score? I want to say like about 150 or so, not much more than that. Because I remember they gave us these little pins for getting like certain scores. I think the first pin was 50, then there was a 100 pin, no, 50, 75, 100, and then 150, I think, and then from there onwards. She did like proper chess lessons from a chess professional for a year or so, and I remember being decent at bowling. So the one thing that the bowling league did do was teach me where I need to stand specifically in order to throw the ball. So I think I score higher than average. Usually. I still have really bad off days, and there are days, like, when I go bowling, my goal is to beat 100. As long as I can break 100, I consider that a good game. But there are games when I don't break 100, so... So mad one time I had 198 in the 10th frame and I just needed to pick up a spare to break 200 and I choked. Oof. Yeah, I've definitely not hit a score that high. We'll try to get a group together for one bowling excursion at GDQs, that and Topgolf. But yeah, we used... there were two leagues that I played in, technically speaking. The first was like a team league, so it was a team of 4. And then the second league gradually took over that league, so the Friday Juniors was what we were called, I think. And at the start, there were more of us than the other league, but by the time I stopped going bowling, that was when the second league took over, and that was like the Friday Juniors, but it was solo play, so there was only one person per lane. And you were going up against one other person, instead of playing on a 4-person team. We stayed on that 4-person team for a while, and then everyone gradually moved over, so... And preferred the singles. Isn't this the Skylar's backstory? So the reason I quit... Look, I've jumped down this rabbit hole and I'm not fucking doing anything, so I may as well talk about it. Like, literally, I've taken one hand off... I'm so relaxed right now, I've taken one hand off of the controller. Unless I need to move the control stick down. But the reason why I left was because in the old league, we used to get trophies. So it was the first, second, and third place trophy that we would get for the whole team would get it, right? And ironically enough, I still have those trophies, and I think there was one year where my team did not get a trophy. So my team got a trophy every year, but there was one year where we didn't get a trophy, I think. So we got a first, second, or third place finish most years, aside from one, I think. I would have to stand up on my chair, and I'm not entirely comfortable doing that right now, to see. Then we moved into the singles league, and the idea with the singles league was you got actual prize money. Whereas before, you were getting, like, you got a free dinner. At the end of the year, you got a free dinner. You got, and a trophy and, like, a small bag of lollies or something like that. Like, not a lot of prize. The Friday Singles League, you would actually get a cash prize. And I think the minimum was, like, $10. So, for a kid, $10 is a decent amount of money. I mean, not in today's world, of course, but, like, it was a decent amount. Like, at least you got something, you know? It was like a participation medal, and they still kept up the end-of-year meals and stuff like that. The year we left. Budget cuts, they cut deep. That's exactly what happened, Delimited, surprisingly. So, the year we left, the reason we left, was because everyone got screwed over. Everyone was excited, everyone was, you know, looking forward to the end of the year, you know, because we would all get something and we'd all get a free meal. We didn't get a free meal. We didn't even get a free drink. And only the top 3 got prize money. It was so rubbish, they took us outside into the, like, the little outdoor party patio, sat us all down, gave us that, and said, right, that's it, okay, catch you later. That was it. That was it. It was usually a bit more of a celebration than that. But no, that was it. And it was usually indoors. But they sort of half rushed us all outside. Said, okay, here's your top 3 bowlers, and that's it. So, my sister and I, with Mum's help, wrote up a very strongly worded, but not strongly sweary, because, you know, we're kids, letter to them and said, hey, we quit. We're done. That was crap. And it didn't help when my younger cousin, because my cousins were there, not my Nardo cousins, my actual physical cousins, my younger cousin did actually win 3rd place, and he gloated a bit. He didn't mean to rub it in my face, I don't think, but he rubbed it in my face. So it was kind of insulting, so I'm just like, yeah, nah, fuck that, I'm done. My sister decided to call it quits, and I followed suit. I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm done. So we sent a strongly worded letter to them. They wrote back, hey, we're sorry, we did fuck up, we're gonna have a better one next year. And we just left it there. We did not go back after that. CPI has our money worth half as much as it was back in 2020. Wow. Yeah, And they lined us up against the wall and... And, like, the funny thing is, they treated us well there. They knew us all by name. We knew the staff members by first name. Like, we were on a first name basis with them. They treated us well. We got along pretty well with the staff members. You know, they were very happy to give us that free meal at the end of the year, make a big celebration out of it after the last game of the year. I got kind of annoyed with those end-of-year ceremonies because they would eat into my gaming time, but, you know. They did treat us well. And hey, during the time when I was in the team league, they actually, I don't know if my mum had to pay for it. I'm assuming she did. But they gave us they actually gave us all our own bowling ball. Like our own special bowling ball. And they engraved it with our names. That was so cool. Like, that's how well they fucking treated us there. All of the members on the team got engraved bowling balls. I think I might have gotten rid of mine, and I got rid of the bowling ball that a friend gave me as well. Because he gave me a bowling ball to... He had his own bowling ball, and he wasn't using it anymore, and he gave it to me because I was struggling. So... And he was just like, yeah... He and his mum were just like, yeah, use this, it's better. It'll help because it's heavier than what you're using. So, my 6 or 8... I think it's a 6 or 8 pounder bowling ball wasn't going to cut it anymore. I needed something a bit heavier because I have... The way I bowl with my right hand, and when I let go of the bowling ball, my right hand goes to the right. So I've got like I put a spin on the ball without trying to put a spin on the ball. So I need a heavier ball to help counteract the spin. So they gave me a different bowling ball. I don't think I've got that anymore either. But yeah, I got like a 6 pounder I think I got an 8 pound bowling ball. But yeah, they gave me, and I have my IRL name engraved on it. What was also really funny was the fact that they called the team league like the Crocodiles or something like that, or like the Friday Juniors, and the logo was a crocodile. Guess what our team name was? 2 guesses, and the first one doesn't count. Casual Crocs. You're very close, Doctor. Very close indeed. Fans of the channel will remember... Well, long-time fans of the channel, I should say, will remember when I first introduced the Nardo. And we played Croc Legend of the Gobos, the remake. Well, when we were making our team name, no one else could think of a name, so I just casually mentioned, I don't know, Crocs, because I liked Croc. So we called ourselves the Crocs. The logo of the Friday Night League, of the Team Friday Night League, of the Friday Juniors, or whatever it was called, was a crocodile. Guess what got engraved on our bowling ball? It wasn't just our team, it was the whole league. Everyone got a croc on their bowling ball. As well as their engraved name. It was so funny. It was stupidly fitting for our team. And stupidly funny for everyone else. I'm going to create a bowling ball with a gyroscope inside of it so I could steer it remotely, but apparently I would be severely reprimanded. Yeah, I think Mark Robert did that on YouTube. Yeah, bowling is fun. I haven't been bowling for a while. Of course, with my neck strain, it would probably just make my neck strain worse. That's slowly getting better now, and I don't really want to aggravate it. I feel like I'd undo all the progress I've made if I were to go bowling again. Especially at the moment. Maybe later after I'm fully healed. Sales pitch. Ugh. I thought about this many, many years ago when watching something on the Discovery Channel pre-2010s or something. Technology is better now, so it would be more feasible. Yeah, like I said, it was fun. And I do enjoy going 10-pin bowling. Gosh, we're really going to be sitting here for the whole stream, aren't we? Talking about random nonsense. That was fun, but usually ends up hurting my thumb. Guess I never find one with the right size hole. Oof. Yeah, that's the worst. The trouble is they always make the, like, the heavier... These days, it's a lot worse. Back when I was bowling in the league, it was really easy to find a ball that would suit your fingers for the weight. These days, the weight determines how big the finger holes are, which is very annoying. Because I've got small, little, skinny fingers, but I require like a 12 to 14 pound ball, depending on the day. So, but they always have extra large finger holes, and I'm like, yeah, no, no. I can't grip them properly. Holes that are too big or small, or the space is atrocious and you have a deformed claw afterwards. Speaking of which, not to shame him or anything, but my cousin, my cousins, so 2 cousins, the cousin that gloated is the younger cousin, and my older cousin, who doesn't gloat or anything like that. He had big fingers, so his fingers would always get stuck in the ball. Which is most unfortunate. I remember when they were getting his ball engraved, they had to drill a bigger hole. And then when we were playing in the singles league, I remember just several times every so often, you would hear a very loud... I can't make a good popping noise, but like a very loud like pop. And you knew exactly what it was and exactly where it came from. It was my cousin's finger getting stuck in the ball. I remember one time, this was quite funny. I remember one time, probably hurt like a motherfucker, but his finger got stuck in the ball, and it got stuck to where it didn't let go properly. So he, like, the ball is, like, raised up a bit before it finally popped out. And it went not directly up, but it went up higher than a bowling ball normally should in the air. And it came down with a resounding thud on the lane. And then proceeded to roll at less than a kilometer per hour towards the pins. It took like 3 minutes to get to the fucking pins. And barely knocked anything over because it was going so slowly. Mom, get the popcorn butter. He's stuck in the bowl again. Ah, yes, the big arc method. At least it did come off. It could have been him going down the lane. Mm-hmm. And he rode down the lane and kicked the pins. Ah! Ah! Sorry, I got really excited. Fucking hell. Good heavens, Moby Dick! Someone's excited tonight. Oh, there it is. Do I keep that though? Dang game getting in the way of our bowling talk, lol. Do I want to keep that, though? I've only got one gummy spare. What do you guys think? Should I roll to see if I can get it a little earlier, or should we keep it? We have it, that's the thing. But what do you guys think? To be young and full of energy and excitement again. It's younger than Skylar by quite a few years. I'm not qualified to answer this question. Took an hour and 15 to get once. It could be a bit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know, like, I'm happy that I got it, but at the same time, I kind of wish I had more gummies to go around. So, I don't really know. Got one rainbow gummy. Yeah, I've only got 2 jobs that are gonna give me gummies. I don't know, what do you think? I can hide that for now. I can hide that for now, we got it. What do you think? Should we try re-rolling? To see if we can get it a little earlier? The trouble is, if we go for the reroll, we're gonna lose it. Like, there is no and if, us, buts, or maybes about it. We will fucking lose it if we try for a reroll. And it could be like 3 hours before we reroll it again. Okay, so after this, which will require the gummies again. Probably. Although, to be fair, I do have the Miss Magius already for the really hard challenge of Purity Forest, which is probably what I'm gonna try. It's just the fact that I kind of want to roll for another rare quality on Mew as well. But, I don't know. I mean, XP boost isn't bad for now. On Mew, I mean. But... you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. I'll take it. We're gonna take it, and we're gonna run with it. I do kind of want to see what I'm going to get with the Mew, though. I'm also not sure if we're going to be able to complete a run of this dungeon tonight. It has taken a long time to get to this point, and prepare. This is why Skylar gets paid the big bucks. No, I don't. Where are you? Final Island. There you are. Wary walk. Alright. So what I'm looking for on Mew is I'm looking for Notorious Healing. Au revoir! Friend Verithium, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, folks. My name is Skylar Stardrift. I'm a variety streamer. Tonight we are playing some Pokemon at Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Or, well, we would be if I would stop sitting there rolling for rare qualities, but here we are. We did just get one rare quality that I'm after, and now I'm rolling for another one, so congratulations. This is the stream where you're going to be sitting here for another hour as I roll for this rare quality and struggle to get it. Verithium, let me give you a shout out real quick. What were you playing tonight? What were you up to? I believe I saw you playing Super Animal Royale? Question mark? With Cousin D, perhaps? I think? But hope you're doing well. And thank you again for the raid, I very muchly appreciate it. Recoil boost. New. That is correct, sir. There we go. I thought so. That's right. Wow, that was a brain fart and a half. My train of thought didn't just derail. I think my train of thought derailed, and so did the first 3 carriages on that one. How topical is that? There was actually a derailment the other day. No, I don't need the volcanic pit. I need the final island. Is that common? No. Not at all. Found out from my friend that it was a driver that ran the red signal and then went over a set of points at speed. Which went about as well as you can imagine. Probably a few bumps and bruises, but luckily it doesn't seem as though anyone was hurt too seriously. I don't think anyone was taken to the hospital with serious injuries or anything. So a driver that no longer has a job, pretty much. I'll just put this back here. The good news was, as well, the safety mechanisms started going into place. So, like, the train had started slowing down and applying brakes and everything like that. It was just unfortunate that the points were switched against the train, so it derailed. That and the fact that it was probably still moving at a decent speed, so it didn't quite slow down enough to not derail itself. It just ended up derailing. think there's an ongoing investigation as to why the driver didn't brake at the red light, though. Because anyone will tell you that's probably not so good. It did cause massive delays on the network, though. Massive, massive, massive delays. The delays went into the evening and then into the next morning as well. I don't think we're going to attempt Wish Cave tonight. I think we're going to set up for an attempt. But I don't think we're going to get an attempt. So that's a little unfortunate. So what I'm thinking then is, let me download the backup one more time. And I think we're gonna try. XP boost isn't bad, and it might actually come in handy for us. So I'm okay. We'll give this one go. Maybe 2. Or 3. Or 4. Or 20. Depending on another roll of Skylar's moves. But let's go over the rest of the plan. So we've got Groudon. And we've got Small Stomach. And we've got Skylar. And we've got Steamroll. And we got Mew and we got XP boost. So, what else is there? Well, I don't want anything here. But one thing we do need to pay attention for is the TMs. Psyshock, Solar Beam, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Facade, Low Sweep, and Giga Impact. Remembering that Mew can learn any move. We can put away the person band, we won't need it. Got plenty of plain seeds, that's fine there. Could even put one away, I think. Yeah, let's put one plain seed away. Because we do have the tiny apples. I'm actually going to take out a couple more max elixirs. A, because I got so many of them, and B, because we are going to need them, because Transform... go away. We're going to need them because Transform only has 5 PP. Yes, I mentioned PP again. Go on, get it out of your system. We do have a couple more Reviver Seeds. Take one more? One more? Oranberries. I take 5. Yeah? Yeah. Spyro with the hydrate. Spyro knew what to do. Okay. So that's good there. There's one other thing that I want to bring with me. an empowerment seed. This allows us to Mega Evolve. Sorry, must have been a slip of the tongue there. Digivolve. Charizard has the ability to Digivolve. However, we're not using it on Skylar. We're going to use it on Groudon. Groudon has a Mega Evolution, although it's actually called a Primal Reversion here for Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. They get very special abilities when they do so. And we're going to have to talk about that later. Now then. Mew. Dragon Claw, Hidden Power, Ice Beam, Hyper Beam, Protect, Reflect, Break, Earthquake, Thunder, Thunderbolt, Safeguard, Rain Dance, Flamethrower, Flame Charge, Rest, Attract, Thief. I called the Thief TM the TM. Sky Drop, Charge Beam, Fling, Full Swipe, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Low Sweep, Echoed Voice, Quash, Will-O-Wisp, Acrobatics, Explosion, Payback, Giga Impact, Rock Polish, Stone Edge, Sleep Talk, Dream Eater, Poison Jab, Dragon Tail, Frost Breath, Bulldoze, Psych Up, Swords Dance, Substitute Snarl, Nature Power, Dark Pulse, Dazzling Gleam, Aurora Veil, Smart Strike, and Brutal Swing. I was kind of hoping for a room clearing move. I thought I had Heat Wave, but I guess not. That's unfortunate. I think I ignored buying it, which is really unfortunate. I was gonna get Heat Wave for Mew. Ah, that sucks. And you didn't have it, you had something else. And you won't re-roll your stock. Fire Blast, Facade, Low Sweep, Giga Impact. I mean, you do have a Flamethrower TM. Might actually have to put away some stuff, actually. Come to think of it. Okay, we got plenty of Orange Berries. I'm gonna put away a couple of Orange Berries. Yeah, there we go. So that'll allow us to take out some TMs and a thingy. Special Band, Special Defense, Attack and Special Attack, but their belly empties more quickly, no thank you. Critical Hit, using the same move, Critical Hit using a different move, that's just Critical Hit. Power of moves is greatly increased. When equipped, it speeds up, whereas natural HP recovery. Insomniscope, Twist Band, prevents all stats from being lowered. Prosper Ribbon, no thank you. Joy Ribbon, Friend Bow, X-Ray Specs, Goggle Specs, Pecha Scarf, Weather Band, Lucky Ribbon, Explosive Band, Detect Band, Pass Scarf, no thank you. Cover Band, no thank you. Warp Scarf, Nullify Bandana, no thanks. Efficient Bandana, Big Eater Belt, and Stamina Belt. Probably the Special Band, or the Heal Ribbon. Let's go the Heal Ribbon, actually. From you, there we are. Okay, so I still need to decide on TMs, though. Damages nearby enemies, it could also cause paralysis. Kind of thinking of Flamethrower. Causes an enemy to flinch. Perhaps Dark Pulse. Grab that flamethrower from the thing because I got money to spend, so. And I'm thinking Thunderbolt as well. Hello, I'd like some money, please. Withdraw 99,999. And I will take the flamethrower. Okay, that's... I'm gonna store one Max Elixir. And I'm gonna grab that Solar Beam TM. Wish you guys keep the stream of company. I'm sure they will. I'm actually gonna grab this. Okay. I know this is awfully scummy of me, but I'm going to save scum this. Back up my data so that I don't lose my items. On this little attempt. Okay. Right. Oh, I need to take my meds. Right. Well, I think we're as ready as we'll ever be. Time for a new team. Skylar? You've got the goggle specs. Mew? There you are. And Groudon. Give items. Goggle specs on Skylar, that's fine. Heal ribbon on Mew. Efficient bandana for Groudon. Okay, I've got the Empowerment Seed. Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, and Dark Pulse for Mew. Maybe Solar Beam for Groudon. Or Mew. Here we go. Groudon's Drought has been activated. Now here's where it gets really fun. First and foremost, I need to check Skylar's moves. We didn't get Heat Wave, I'm resetting. We want to get that Heat Wave roll. Should point out too, I got this strategy from Chugga Conroy. I decided to check out his Let's Play. Not recently, but like I remember him having specific strategies for these post-game dungeons, and I'm like, well, I should probably look that up to see what he did. And he came up with this strategy of using Groudon, and he didn't end up using Charizard, he used Entei instead, and he used Ditto because he didn't have Mew at the time. But it seemed to work well for him. Which is why I want to give this a go. I remember this time. Okay, give items. Mew, you take hold of the heal ribbon. And then to prevent me from forgetting something and having to do all that again, I'm gonna take another save. And I'm gonna back up my save data again. I know it's a little bit redundant, but I know for a fact that if I don't do this, then I'm gonna forget something, so... I'm not entirely sure we'll be finishing the dungeon tonight. But I also think this would serve as a good strategy to see how far this is gonna get me. Okay. Roll 2. See if we can get Heatwave this time. That's all we need now is just Heatwave. When we get Heatwave, we can move on. I'm considering the length of this dungeon, I'm half tempted to just, like, call it quits nice and early. Like, we're essentially good to go here. I could call it very early, or do something else for a little bit. And then call it a stream. Because I don't think we're getting through this dungeon in one go. We also don't have... Zephyran, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. I do apologize if I'm botching your name pronunciation. Wow, I can't even pronounce pronunciation. That's going well, isn't it? Please feel free to correct me if I am mistaking your pronunciation. I will do my best to remember it, but unfortunately I do have an absolutely shoddy memory, so I promise I'm not intentionally mispronouncing it if I get it wrong repeatedly, okay? What am I doing? Downloading save... No, what? Bleh. Downloading save data, there we go. No worries, you said it correct. Okay, thank goodness. Thank you for letting me know. And apologies if I mispronounce it in the future. Like I said, I'm terrible with names and I'm terrible with memory. And again, I promise, it's not malicious intent. I'm not doing it maliciously. It's 100% my fault. So I apologize. But welcome on... Sorry, welcome on in regardless, though. I'm just letting... I like to let people know when they have names that I'm not sure of the pronunciation. That it's like, hey, look, if I mispronounce it, I swear, it's not my intent to mispronounce it. I'm so sorry. I was doing it maliciously, you know it. Alright, let's try again. Heat wave, heat wave, heat wave, heat wave, heat wave. If I say it enough, maybe I'll summon it. Apparently not this time. Fine. I'll bring the image back then. What trying to summon? I'm trying to get the move Heatwave. On Skylar. Probably wasn't named in you. Heat wave, heat wave, heat wave, heat wave, heat wave, heat wave, heat wave. Heat wave, heat wave, heat wave. Heat wave. That's not heat wave. Several times on this screen tonight, I will admit, I have paused for a second and gone, wait, what am I doing? Am I downloading the save data or am I backing it up? Oh boy, my brain sometimes. Not a brain cell between these ears. It's all floof up there. And nothing but. We're not getting this tonight, are we? Let's be honest, game. You don't want me going to Wish Cave tonight, do you? Let's be honest here. Let's be real. That's not moves. I used to play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Forgot which one, but the old one, loved it. Ooh, so you might have played... I would say you probably played either Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team, Explorers of Time, Darkness, or Sky. That's the ones that I would say that you've played. They're the ones that I played. I played Blue Rescue Team and... Oh, oops. I played Blue Rescue Team, I played... Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team... No. What did I say? Explorers of Time. And then I played Explorers of Sky. Although, admittedly, I got to the post-game on all of them, and I didn't actually do anything in the post-game. Like, at all. Sorry, I got... Someone is messaging me, and I got majorly distracted and had to stop and think. Perhaps if we modify the running memory. Unfortunately, I'm not a Protogen anymore. Wait, they finally released Explorers of Skylers. I do need to play Explorers of Sky again. That was really good. Expanded story from Explorers of Time and Darkness. It was so funny when I got that. I picked up Explorers of Time, and they were doing like a special deal where if you got Explorers of Time or Darkness, you could get a limited edition Nintendo DS Lite, which was either like a really nice blue and black or a really nice red and black. You were supposed to get the blue one if you picked Time, and you were supposed to get the red one if you picked Dark. However, it was technically speaking, as far as I'm aware, it was technically speaking a choice. So I picked up Explorers of Time and got the red and black DS Lite because that's the one I wanted. Okay, the stairs are right there. Can we please? Heatwave! The run begins. Alright. Now we're in it to win it. Maybe. Thunderbolt! Mew! Groudon can learn Thunderbolt. I don't know where you're going, Mew, by the way. Flamethrower! You capitalized on it. Yeah, the pun was there. Flamethrower, Mew. Let's get rid of Reflect type. Let's get rid of Pound. Oh, also, there's one other thing that I've forgotten to do as well. Where is my there it is. No, it's move settings. That's what I need. Groudon. Okay, you don't have Earthquake on you yet. And Mew, because your transform PP is limited, I'm going to turn it off. And speaking of turning things off, we don't need that image anymore. Right. Okay. Groudon? I'm gonna teach you Solar Beam. And then, the plan comes full circle. Groudon, at level 5, on the first floor, I want you to Digivolve. Primal Reversion. It is now awakened and is powered up. Linked moves always result in critical hits, and the damage they deal ignores abilities or unfavorable type matchups. Some Pokemon also Mega Evolve. Additionally, Groudon has also picked up Desolate Land. The floor will have extremely harsh sunlight. The sunlight is extremely harsh. It boosts fire-type attacking moves, completely nullifies the effects of water-type attacking moves. During this, we can't get frozen, and it replaces the weather and cannot be replaced outside of heavy rain. And I think Rayquaza's ability. But because Rayquaza and Kyogre are not here, this weather effect will never get replaced. It's permanent. This means no more dealing with hail, no more dealing with sandstorms. We don't have to worry about the rain hurting our fire-type attacks. And we also completely nullify any water-type attacking moves in this dungeon. Now, I'm not sure if there were any water-type attacks in this dungeon that we saw, and there may not be. However, if they are here, we won't get hit by them. What if a Pokemon has Cloud 9? I believe extremely harsh sunlight overwrites Cloud 9, because it's the result of a Mega Evolution. Additionally, that Mega Evolution will stay in effect until Groudon faints. Now, we can go. I stepped on a poison trap, I couldn't see it. Mythical Cloud 10. Squeeze! Squeeze! Nice. I didn't even see you. Sure, I got Shadow Claw. I've learned nothing in regards to formulating wishes carefully, I see. Hi Chazu, welcome on in. What do you mean? Mew? You can take this guy. So not only are our attacks extremely well buffed, we can't take any damage from water type moves. And Sure. You won't last, but sure. We won't take any damage from water-type moves, and we completely overwrite the weather. Needless to say, we've got a good setup. I hope. For another try. Succeeding is not part of the wish. Technicalities. We're only on floor 3. I don't care. I will take a reset. Fuck off, game. Fuck off. You don't get to do that. Pretty sure confusion doesn't wear off a fucking Mega Evolution anyway. Go fuck yourself. Seriously? Oh. Right. Hold on, I've got to redo the save. We really are not going to get a fair try tonight. The game is fighting me on every level. What happened? Primal Reversion wore off because Groudon got confused. Which is just fucking stupid, because confusion doesn't work like that in the main games. I'm pretty sure that if your Pokemon is Mega Evolved and it gets confused, it's still Mega Evolved. That's just stupid. If it gets to 10 o'clock, and I haven't made it to, like, floor 25, I'm gonna call it there. Because it's clear to me that the game doesn't want to give me a good run tonight. Heat wave, no heat wave. Here we go again. The good news is that I'm all set up, but sucks that we weren't able to do anything tonight. Mega Evo's primal stuff typically is usually not that fragile. Yeah, that's what I thought! Pretty fucking bullshit, if you ask me. I didn't think it was that fragile either. It the legend? Nope. I see no legend. Hi, Dr. Drizzle. Welcome on in. I see no legend, though. The legend when you are the legend. I'm not a legend, though. Press the right button this time. Oh, that's a good setup. Try to Skylar the legend. That's cheating asking them, because they're gonna say yes, even though they're wrong. Okay, that's a good setup. Right. Thunderbolt, Mew. Flamethrower on Mew. I'm being cheating though. It's cheating because I say it's cheating. You can't get the rest of chat involved because I know which side they will take, and their side is wrong. I'm not allowed to gang up on me like this. Yes, I want to forget Reflect type. Decided truth, you are in fact a legend. No, I'm not. Why is that? Because I'm not a legend. Groudon, you learn Solar Beam. And at least he's cute. I'm not that either, sorry. And then... Empowerment Seed on Groudon. Is missing a coach too. And why is it that you know that chat will say you are? Because chat always tells me that I'm a legend when they are wrong and I'm not a legend. And Mew, we need to turn off Transform. There we are. Okay. Am I good now? Have I done all the things? I think so? Right, on we go. And this time, Groudon, don't fucking get confused, yep. Stupid fucking dolt. Amber! This is really useful now. Skylar's missing a coach. Nob's adorable, noted. Nobos are adorable. Except for me. I'm like the exception. Because I'm not adorable. Ha! You missed! Die! I just need to heat wave this fucker. That was close, I nearly died. Hey, I got a level up. See, this is where I wanted Mew to have Notorious Restoration, so that I could immediately heal back up. Thank you, Mew. Who also leveled up. Okay. Shove. Also, I picked up Solar Beam because in sunlight and harsh sunlight, Solar Beam immediately charges. So we have a really powerful move straight away. What have you got? You got a Warp Seed and a Heal Seed. I don't know why you didn't enter that room, Groudon. Hyper Beam, sure, but probably not. Shove. Ah. Thank you. Shove. It's probably costing me a lot of belly doing that. Hey, level 7, nice. Oh, that's right, we've got XP boost on Mew. That's why we're leveling up so fast. Doi. I don't like how quickly my belly is draining, though. Groudon finally leveled up. Yes, I hit my next level! Amber. Flamethrower, nice. Mew leveled up to level 7. Mew's gonna level up like right after Skylar. The only trouble is poor Groudon doesn't actually have a fire-type move. So Groudon's the one that's not benefiting from this. Immediate level up to level 8. Amber should hit you? It did? Cool. Then I will pick this up. Excellent. Brutal swing. Ah. Okay. For hold. Heat wave on you guys. Solar beam, you're dead now. Oh, it's a reviver seed too. Need that to restore my belly, and move on. Mew leveled up to level 8. I leveled up, I leveled up! I'm learning to walk around Groudon instead of through Groudon. Level 9 on Skylar. I wonder if I should have kept that for another floor. Oh well. $91 damage on that Rattata. Wow. As I see food, I should eat it. Huh, I didn't know Ekans was in here. Oh, now it's not. There we are. Bum 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 bada bada bum bada bada bum. Learning to take it very slow as well. Nice, Groudon finally leveled up again. He plays in my head on a somewhat regular basis. How many floors does the dungeon have? Oh, you know, just a casual 99. Like I said, I don't think we're getting through this tonight. It's taken us this long, and we've only gotten to floor 7. Ah, it's one of those. Mm-hmm. For hold... you know what? I am actually gonna use it. Why not? It's there. And then I'm gonna immediately escape. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Yeah, I need to be careful doing that. Against single Pokemon, it's fine. But I need to be careful in a group situation. That's when I should use Heat Wave. I never felt compelled to do Joyous Tower in the OG games. To be fair, there's not really much of a reward for Joyous Tower, so I'm probably not going to bother streaming it either. The big reward is getting more starter Pokemon. That's essentially it. Nice. Trying to learn Smokescreen. Slumber Wand. Alright, well, we made it to floor 10. Ooh, I need to be careful of that, too. Floor 10, and it's not even 10. I need to be careful of using Flare Blitz twice in a row. What if I did? And then I heat waved everything in the room. That should not have worked. No, I'm quite okay giving up on Mega Punch. I was contemplating to do a true 100% run of Super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which would include max stats for every mon/attack, as well as changing every attack to max level. Oh my goodness. That would take you ages! Piffle. Groudon? Groudon. Ow. Oh, shit! Used common sense and decided not to. Okay, there we go. Sync Band. Nope, I think I'm good. Let's head on. One thing that I need to take note of is Voltorb's Leave Hearth ability. So when my belly starts getting low, I should eat that apple that I picked up. Steamroll. Nice. Because if I use that apple that I picked up, it will leave a tiny apple, giving me an extra belly restoring item. So I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, you've got Rapid Bullseye. Come along for the ride. You won't last, but sure. Max Ether. I'm actually going to drink this and put that on Ember. Just because that was running low. I guess I'll go down this corridor. Speed. Speed 24? Speed 25, speed 21. Let's speed up gravel a little bit. There you go, buddy. Got some stuff crowding up my inventory spots here. Mix Elixir good if you're a Linard. Currently the max attack level is 9 in Super, which sounds okay, but the final attack alone wants 15,000 uses of the respective attack. That's right, I've restored Amber now. Mew to level 11. Skylar's to level 12. I'm not sure yet. I mean, there are plenty of other games you could play instead of possibly doing that. Got distracted by a call. How is Wish Cave going? Well, considering we started it maybe like 10 to 15 minutes ago, because I finally got the rolls that I want. Well, I don't want to speak too soon. Oh look, the Sunny Orb. It's completely useless in this case, because we have Primal Reversions out. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Apple. Give me. Excellent. And then that should leave a tiny apple. I think. Well, it's supposed to, anyway. Maybe it's like a big apple or something like that, I don't know. Oh, I didn't see you down there. You might have been shielded from critical hits, but that won't stop you getting blasted by flame attacks. Or dodge orb. Amber was upgraded. I think Mew's flamethrower dropped to 0. Floor 17. Okay, bye then. Suits me. Flamethrower you. I am getting to a point now where the Pokemon are starting to resist my first attacks and are taking more than one to go down. Even in the case of a super effective move. There's Groudon. Really? I missed. Okay, bye. Groudon stepped directly over the trap. Excuse me, Voltorb, or Tyrogue, I guess. Moved the control stick in the wrong direction, but luckily didn't go over the trap. Need that to restore my belly. That was Skylar growing stronger. Cool. Just saying, Mew, that if you hadn't missed that, we probably would have gotten the experience points for it. Okay, floor 20. Solar Beam! Flamethrower upgraded, that's good. The weather prevents freezing! Apparently that dropped to 0, that sucks. No, I can't use it. Botheration. That would have actually been handy to have. That Abra walked in, saw Primal Groudon, and was like, on second thought, fuck that. Oh, that was funny. Just the immediate turnaround there. I do need to be careful with these swine nubs though. Because that powder snow is doing a considerable amount of damage. And Flare Blitz hurts. But I also don't want to use Heat Wave either. Because the situation doesn't demand it. Thank you. Bye-bye. A swine up with small stomach too. Too bad I can't get an even smaller stomach. You grew to level 13? I was gonna say 3. That's not right. Ugh, can't really do anything from my end. If I hold... And there's the stairs. Again, carefully moving around Groudon. Level 14 for Skylar. And level 10 for Groudon. Feel the power! I think you need that more than I do. But if I see one, I'll take it. Special defense, Zinc. Need to be careful too, because we've met that floor with Dug Trios on it. Bye-bye! Ah, there's one. Gib. Yep. Excellent. enemies, actually. Trios are rough. You leveled up. I'm not setting foot in there. Not until I've got my full team. Sign up, one down. And let me guess. Look at me, I'm gonna power up. Oh, I'm so powerful now. Go fuck yourself. Come on. Thank you for that huge round of indifference. No one hit him. Thank you. There we go. Skylar, you leveled up. Nice. Okay. Heat wave. Trapinch is now joining us. We got a ton of experience for that. Groudon grew to level 11. Thunderbolt. Bulldoze. Buck. Okay, this might have been a mistake walking in here. Heat wave again. It's because these Meta Charms no fucking Thunder Punch. Heat wave again. I'm gonna say no to you because you probably got Earthquake and that will hurt us. As much as I want a Dog Trio, I don't think it's gonna be worth it. I'm not entirely sure these level ups were worth it either. Fucking hell! Ugh! Heat wave again. Finally. Gotcha. Whoo-wee, I'm not sure that was worth the 3 Reviver Seeds it cost me. Whew, that was not good. That was not good at all. Wow, you're still standing after all that? You're not standing now. Level 17 for Skylar. Set amount of damage on an enemy, the greater your level, the further this move can reach. I mean, I'm not using Growl, so I could get rid of Growl. I mean, I am going to stick to using the fire attacks, because I get the increased damage output, so... getting fucked early and gaining some levels out of it is better long term than getting fucked late because you're missing levels. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Still. That felt like a lot of Reviver Seeds to lose in that one spot. Level 16 for Mew. Ugh. And I flinched. Lovely. Groudon, you took until I stepped over before hitting it with the mud shot. Come on. I didn't think mud shot had that low of an accuracy. Let's not go that way because I'm gonna have to push Groudon out of the way, and that costs hunger. Ugh. I'm gonna put that over by the wall. Kecleon shop. Don't seem to have any seeds though. Trying to be like, I have to hit now, the boss is watching. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to hit you. Oh, hey, there's a Marill. Yeah. Right, I forgot there's a request, actually, that I need to fulfill. Wherever the Marill is. Oh, sure, now you put a Spinarak here. Could have done with that like 20 levels ago. Dragon Rage. Cool, I missed. Mew, you take it. Voltorb, you take it too. Thanks. Marill, where are you? I'm getting beaten up. The trouble is, the further we go in, the more risky Flare Blitz becomes as a move. Really? Get out of here. Okay, so I'm not out of danger yet. Dugtrios are still appearing. Marill, where the bloody hell are ya? Come on, I just want to get off this floor. shop was upgraded, and Skylar grew a level, and Spire redeemed a Hydrate. Marill is in the last room that I haven't checked yet. No, Marill's in the other room. And I think that Dugtrio is going to awaken, which means that could be the end of the run, because we're stuck in a fucking corridor. And I'm stuck here because of Arena Trap. Good. Get out of here, you rotten sod. Gosh, I'll be glad to see the back end of these Dugtrios. Yardon, you've got to stay up. Otherwise that primal reversion goes down. Here, let's give you a boost. Ha! That's what you needed. Level 17 from you. There you are. If only I'd spotted you when I walked into this room the first time. Get out of here. Yep. No. Guess I would like to go on. Hail Orb, or Dodge, Sea Trap. I do have some Max Ethers on me, so I should put that towards that. flamethrower is down again, so we'll put that on that. Groudon decided he did not want to walk on Kecleon's nice carpet. I can't walk on that. I'll leave big dirt marks all over the floor. Heat wave out in this room, just because there's 2 enemies here. And that's an Electric. And that means we have to do a roundabout. Because the stairs down here. And Skylar grew to level 19. Okay. So, no, there are no nice carpets in Groudon's. I'm like, I did. That's not that there are no nice carpets in Groudon's case, so naturally the carpets are scary. Don't know what this strange material is. It looks nice. I don't like the way it feels on my feet. I'm not stepping on that. This is the big scary primal reversion mega evolved Pokemon that moved continents. Alright, we made it to floor 30. We're definitely not getting through this cave tonight. Oof, poisoned. Texture is too coarse. Definitely not getting all the way through this cave tonight, but that begs the question then, do I take this run and how far we've gotten, or do I reset and go for a full run next week? Can you not miss? Come on. You actually hit? Thank you. And I know that sounds silly because, you know, it kind of invalidates the fact that I got to floor 30, but it's worth considering. We did lose like 3 Reviver Seeds in that one room. But to be fair, we haven't been going too hard since. Touch wood. Wood desk. Wood bookshelf. And if you can't touch wood, touch your head. There. I know it didn't look like it, but I touched my head. Sure, type formation. I have forgotten what type formation does. Mew leveled up to level 18, that's good. Apparently I wasn't at normal speed. Hey, there's a Reviver Seed to fix the Reviver Seed that I used. So that's 1. Oh boy. Gonna get heat wave back up, I think. You know, it's nice consider on microfiber blankets. Can't they? That's interesting. I can just imagine a poor little snake getting really frustrated that it can't move. Groudon leveled up to level 14. I know Groudon's lacking in levels, but remember, it is primal reversion, so it is technically stronger overall. Alright, B32. How topical that I ended up finding an apple there. Well, we got plenty of these plain seeds, so I may as well swap one out and eat it. I was thinking of restoring my belly anyway. So that helps. Giga Impact is the TM there. I'm just gonna Heat Wave this room. Oh, really? Ugh. Man, that should not have happened. I'll Dragon Rage you, because that should finish you off. There we go. Pain. Pain indeed. I was gonna say, I have a feeling that Groudon's gonna wake him up. Excuse me, Mew. I'm actually gonna give that to you, because Flamethrower is more powerful than Ember. There we are. 33. Okay, I should not have shoved Groudon. What did we learn from last time? Don't shove Groudon. Level 20 for Skylar? Come on, Mew, you're slacking down a little bit there. I was about to say, Tyrogue, I don't mind you helping me, but if you're gonna help, you could at least hit, and then I missed! Waving it at a Pokemon or a wall makes you jump at it. It also draws your teammates to you. It's especially effective in boss battles. I'd rather have the Orange Berry, thanks. What does jumping towards an enemy even do? Do I just... Ha! Gonna scare ya. Or does it actually do damage? Dragon Rage? Thank you, Mew. Floor 35. Calculated risk to beat the enemy. Flare blitz again. Nidoran wants to join us. You've got squeeze out. Oh, does that mean my PP will restore, perhaps, over time? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Restored some PP because of squeeze out. Restored some more PP because of squeeze out. Calculated risk to beat the enemy. That didn't work. There we go. Level 19 for Mew. Heat Wave, because that's all I got. It's gonna kill though. That heat wave is doing a lot of damage. Okay, I will eat. Still my belly a bit. Definitely want that. Swap out the Petra Scarf. Groudon leveled up to level 15. Trying to learn Earth Power. Does not damage teammates in the room. Good. You're getting that. Excellent. So you've got a room clearing move as well. Ooh, okay. Taurus has got leap ahead. Man, they've all got rare qualities though. Rapid Bullseye. Okay, Electrike doesn't. Sorry, Electric, but I'd rather have the Taurus. Especially because Taurus has the leap ahead ability. Or right quality, I should say. What is the time? It's 10:47. Alright. The website was lying ground and accidentally one-shots you. If that happens, I'm going to grab the frickin' cartridge out of the game and I'm going to yeet it across the room. HP increase. Mew has lowest. I feel like maybe we should go to like floor 40 and then maybe stop. And then I'm actually gonna save it and back it up. Because I feel moderately alright about this run. Oh, nope, I can't drink it. Never mind. I'm kind of just burning through my, PP as well. So that I can use a max elixir. I don't want to use it unless it's really necessary. Trying to learn Scary Face. No. Yes. Plus, Earth Power is good for those Manectrics that are coming at us. What have we got? Heat Wave is probably my most powerful move. Yep, there we go. Get rid of that Kadabra before it becomes a problem. Save's coming. Yeah, technically speaking. But to be fair, we've been doing it this entire time anyway, so... Oh well. Alright, what have we got here that we can maybe throw? We do have that pretty box. Sorry, Nidoran, I'm gonna have to shove you out the way. I don't really want to move Groudon. Oops, let's not eat that, because that will cause me to go to sleep, and that would be very bad. That would probably end the run there. How is my money situation? I got 3,800, that's not bad. Not that I should really care. Now I got 4,000. I mean, I've got plenty of money in the bank. So there are some apples here. Someone just threw something at us. Just send me the excess. Thank you, Groudon. I was waiting for you to do that. I feel like it's just Groudon stomping the ground. Whenever he uses, whatever that move is. Whenever he uses Earth Power. Really? That missed? Lovely. That was a little scary. Floor 40. Tell you what, let's push to 45. Just because it's not quite 11 o'clock yet. So let's push to 4:45, and then we'll call it a stream there. Nice, Groudon got the All Boost up. And Mew level up to level 20. And is trying to learn Metronome. No! As fun as Metronome can be, how about no? Oh god. I was gonna say, please kill just about everything in this room. Ow. Tiny Revive Seed. Really? If I can miss it? Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't want to get Metronome. Okay. I think, Skylar, it's time for a Max Elixir to get everything back. There we go. Energy Seed. Eating it restores HP quite a lot. Additionally, it increases your max HP during that adventure. Alright, well, if it restores it by quite a lot, I will take it. Because I'm hurting. Can't even see what you're attacking there, Groudon. There, have some more Earth Power. Yeah, I just don't want to deal with you. Thank you for missing with your Amber attack, Skylar. You probably could have taken care of it. I like how it's not even attempting to hit Murkrow, but it's still hitting Murkrow. Bum 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 bum. I'm fine. Mew's run out of Flamethrower. Groudon's running out of pretty much everything, so we'll grab the Solar Beam on that. Just Heat Wave it. There we go. Hi Timber, welcome on in. Heat Wave. Nice. Heat Wave is becoming very useful. Groudon, all the way over there. Level 16. Abwa. Normal Piece of Toast, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. And thank you for the hydrate. I'm going to eat this eye drop seed, I think. There. Okay. Hail TM, kind of useless with Groudon in Primal Reversion state. Thank you, Mew. Oh, fuck. I walked right into this. Alright, Heat Wave it. Of course I missed the Pokemon that's right in front of my face. You know, I can't miss the Pokemon that are up there and don't matter. Really? On hit. Thank you. Alright, Heat Wave again. I think that's everything. Didn't even realize what I was walking into. Not gonna deal with you. And Amber Attack. Whew. Skylar grew to level 23. Blast Seed. Amber Attack on you. And again. Because it zoomed in for the critical, I didn't see how much damage it did. Heat Wave. Die, 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 die! Dunsparce says Steamroll. Someone else has Steamroll too. Rapid Bullseye, Type Formation, Squeeze Out, Leap Ahead. Well, I mean, yeah, I've already got Steamroll. $1,420 experience points. You bet we leveled up from that. Groudon grew to level 17. And I almost cleared the room. Okay. Phew. Mew, your flamethrower's running low again. So how about you take one of those? Rare Quality Orb. Radar Orb. Max Ether. Put that on Earth Power again. I will eat that to get my belly back up. Push Mew onto a trap. Alright. Bam. And Heat Wave on you. Ugh, fuck off. Alright, calculated risk. To do as much damage as possible. Mew grew to level 22. Excellent. And there's the stats. For a minute there, I freaked out. I saw the giant circle on the ground and I thought, oh fuck, what's that? And then realized, oh, it's on my side. First time that's happened. This entire dungeon crawl. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. Ooh, you've got Fury Swipes and I need to be very careful about that. And there's also shit engines on this floor, so that's gonna suck. Tyreg, where the fuck are you? Because we're like split off across like 2 floors here. Mudshot, I suppose. Oh, not Mudshot, Ancient Power. Hey, got an Ninkata, that's cool. Kind of wanted one. Hopefully it's got Fury Swipes. You don't have Fury Swipes. Alright, fine. You've only got Sales Pitch, so I'd rather not. Whew. Something getting rougher. Alright, calculated risk. Take you out. Ooh, we want that. That's Notorious Healing. Yes, please. Alright. What are we getting rid of then? Leave half, rapid bullseye, tight formation, squeeze out, leap ahead. Ooh, we've got some really good Pokemon with us, actually. I feel like out of all of them, Squeeze Out will probably be the one we get rid of. Yeah, well, let's... Sucks to leave any of them behind, really, because they're all really good. Dragon Rage? No, Dragon Rage is only directly in front. Can you stop hitting my new friend? Thank you. Yeah, the rate at which HP restores naturally is sped up. We want that. That's why I wanted it. We are now in a very good position. Oh, crud. Alright. Blitz, calculated risk. Because, like, every step I take, I'm recovering 1 HP now. Ah, I see. You're after the Shedinja. Because of course you were, because you can awaken. Right. I'm actually gonna quit. Save and go to the menu. Because it's getting a little late. We made it halfway through the dungeon. There is something that I want to check, though. Cool. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that Primal Groudon wasn't gonna change back. Alright. I think that's good enough to leave it there. We are in a very, very good position, I think. So I'm going to back up the save data and take a risk. Worst comes to worst, we do have an escape orb. But let's back it up, because we've got about halfway through the dungeon there. And it's getting a little late. So we are going to pick that up, for sure, next week. And hopefully, touch wood, bookshelf. And if you can't touch wood, touch your head. That we are going to finish the dungeon next week. We do have a lot of good abilities with us now. And I think we're sitting in a pretty decent situation. So let's hope the next week we can finish it. Also, would like to point out, we haven't even used Transform yet, so we're doing alright. I hope. Don't jinx it, I'll try not to. It's been fun. Time for some eep. Time for some eep indeed. Thank you for the stream, Mr. Skynarb. You're welcome. Hope you and the esteemed members of your community will have a good rest of the day / night. Yes, indeed. In the meantime, well, it looks like I might actually have a stream for the next 2 nights. And I'm not going to spoil what they are. But it looks like I will be live tomorrow night, and I'll be live again on Friday night. Oh, it's another full week of streaming. This is becoming a habit. In the meantime, to next week, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, which is staring us in the face. That will be on Monday night next week. Join us as we start Chapter 4, because we're ready to go. Pikmin 3 Deluxe will be on Tuesday night next week. And of course, if you want to see the end of Wish Cave, hopefully, touch wood, and if you can't touch wood, touch your head, then we will see that on Wednesday night, I hope. And in the meantime, I'll see you all tomorrow night for something pretty special. And then something on Friday night that's also pretty special. Alright, good night, everybody. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. Cousin Ken is playing Stardew Valley. Shall we go raid them again? Perhaps. Let's go and raid Cousin Ken. I think. Wow, I have completely forgotten how to raid. Brain doobie dum. Alright. Have a good night, folks. I will see you all, hopefully, tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. Full week of streaming again. What the fuck am I doing with my life sometimes? I wonder. Good night, everyone. A blast Spyro. Trying to raid out, man. Alright, good night.